And he said, and like I said, I have many flocks, but they will all come into the fold.
If you want to get into the religious part of it, you have Revelation chapter 12, verse 7 right there. And war broke out in heaven, Michael and his angels fought, and the dragon fought.
Man, that was a dream. That was a dream that come on, man.
You said it was a dream. Let me finish reading it.
It was a dream.
And you interpret it as a dream.
It was a dream that the writer
So the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan knew deceived the whole world. He was cast to the earth. Now, if it's a dream, what are you doing getting cast to the earth?
Man, when he was in prison, he had plenty of time to dream and have visions. Revelation is just a dream. It was a mind dream.
Hold on, I want you to show me the prison where he was in.
He was a prison.
You interpreted that it was a prison.
Go ahead, Brother Ali.
The prison.
If I may interrupt, are we in a Bible discussion, or are we really trying to find out
from whence man
does aliens exist, so-called aliens?
Well, it's right there in the Bible.
Okay, and I would maybe like to ask the question: what is an alien? I don't remember exactly.
Something within from this planet, according to modern day theorists.
Okay, and not to be joking, I heard people on talk radio referring to people from the South as aliens.
Alien, immigrant, they confused with the crap.
Yeah, that's what I mean, alien. So, you know, that's why I say, what are alien beings? Because I do believe, to an extent, what, who is it, Ezekiel talked about the wheels, for one thing. I do believe that there's life on other planets. But I don't think that planet would want to have anything really to do with us. To the fact that we have messed up, we have broken every law. Those who are in charge of this satanic world have broken all the laws that were made to govern them. And because they have broken all the laws, yes, if they are coming from other planets, I do think there was a sighting. It wasn't long after that Spielberg made the movie E.T. I think there were more to that than, you know, just what meet the simple eye.
Well, Brother Ali, not cutting you off, but based on what Mr. Julien has shared with us, from his leader, your leader, what's his name again? Mr. Raliean?
Rael.
Well, I'm going back to his name when he was a journalist.
Claude Varillon, but Rael now is the name the Elohim gave to him. Rael means messenger of the Elohim.
Well, tell us the story of his claims of being taken up into a flying saucer to alien. Share that story with Brother Ali.
Yeah, so in 1973, he went into a volcano in France, and a flying saucer came in front of him. A trap opened, a little being came in front, about 4 foot high, and he came towards him with a smile and invited him in his craft.
I was a journalist, and I was going to my office at about 9 a.m. in the city of Clermont-Ferrand, in the center of France. And then I went to a volcano named the Puy de la Sola in the mountain. I didn't know why I had this strong feeling to go to this place. And when I arrived in the volcano, I said, why am I there? I have a lot of work to do in my office. And then I saw this flashing light in the sky, very strong. And slowly appeared something like a bell made of very shining silver metal, slowly coming down without any noise. So I was so happy to see that, because I said, wow, that's what people call a UFO, and it will disappear. And I was sure of that. But then it came slowly come down and closer to me. It was maybe 7 meter diameter, and a trap door was open under the craft. And then I realized, wow, if it opened a trapdoor with a stair on it, somebody will come outside. So maybe it's dangerous to be there. So I was ready to run away, but I wait a little, say, I want to see. If I see any gun or anything looking dangerous, I will run away. But I wait, and I saw a small man coming outside. First thing I was watching was a hand. Is there a gun? Nothing, empty. And then he was walking toward me, and the face was so full of love, so peaceful, and like I felt love. And that was the beginning of the story.
After they left, and they decided to leave us to progress alone, and they sent prophets to keep us to progress more. So they sent Moses, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, 40 prophets in all. In Africa also, in South America, in all culture, they sent these prophets who funded the religion to make us love each other a bit more, increase our wisdom, until the day where we progress enough scientifically that we can understand. And that's today. So they sent the last prophet, Rael.
Now this is where I have a problem. This is where I have a problem. Your leader, with no disrespect, he was a lowly, poor journalist. I'm a journalist. Journalists, we write stories. We work for ratings. We got to get the best story, the best ratings. So I thinking he went to the back of that volcano and he concocted this story. You know, this is my belief. You may believe different, but with the highest, with no disrespect, with him being a journalist, I would love to investigate this a bit more, because I think perhaps this may just be a story. Because he's the only one who saw the alien.
Well, you could say the same thing with Constantine, because then they saying December 25th is Jesus' birthday.
No, I don't support that.
Easter.
No, it's a pagan. It's a pagan celebration. It's just the day that we choose to celebrate these stuff. Nobody know when Jesus was born.
Easter in March and in April. Come on now, get it right.
No, Christians celebrate.
My grandfather passed the 23rd. And every 23rd of July, that's his death. Why you can't give an accurate death for Jesus?
Christians celebrate Jesus' birth on the 25th of December. That's the day we choose to celebrate his birth. And sometime in April, we choose to celebrate his death. We don't celebrate it on a specific date, because nobody know the date that Jesus was crucified, or the date that Jesus was born.
What about the winter solstice and the summer equinox, with these people confusing calling Christmas and Easter?
But
it was going on thousands of years, long before Christmas.
I won't stick a pin in that, because I won't get back to Mr. Julien on this. I would like to answer
your question.
Yes, because I know he wants to answer.
It's a very good question, that we should investigate what Rael is saying, and that's exactly what he's saying. He says, don't believe me. Read this message, which is contained in the message given by extraterrestrial, or you can find on the internet. It's called Intelligent Design on the internet. It's just a different cover. It's the same book. It contains the message that these extraterrestrials gave him in 1973 and also in 1975.
I think I heard that saying before, don't believe me, but it didn't come from Rael.
Don't believe, read it and try to understand. The Elohim are treating us like adults now. They say, now you have progressed enough scientifically. You're trying to travel in space. You're trying to modify genetically living beings. So you can understand what we have done. So we say, read this, think by yourself, be a free thinker, and try to understand. And if you want to, we created you. It's covered in all religion. Go read all the religious books and try to understand. And what they ask is, if you want to see us, we want to come back in an embassy they ask us to build.
You said he got his revelation in 73, right?
Yes.
You had a book called The Holy Tablets, which is out from 67, with the same information which you're talking about in more. My question would be, did Rael read this book and then come out with his own interpretation to say that?
And that's what I was saying. He's a journalist.
King James was copying from other men who wrote the Latin version of the Bible, and they was copying from the Greeks. And these fellas them just was doing a bunch of copying. when they burned the Alexandrian library. So you had to burn the original information in order to come up with